Hi guys, and welcome to my security blog, securityshield.dk. I am Casper, and I'm gonna be doing the Cisco ESA in this session. Gonna try and set it up in my Eve NG topology. And just a little bit of explanation. I have built a small topology here. I have an outside internet through this bridge net. There's some switches and some ESAs I'm going to be using at a later point, trying to simulate outgoing and incoming emails from public in this network. But right now we're going to be concentrating on the ESA. We're going to start with a wipe so it's completely clean, because I want to show you how we're going to set it up. So we're going to start it, and we might as well start these switches and routers as well. All the topology is built on the OSPF routing protocol, and it's have routes all in this topology and also outside the network as well. It's gonna take a while to boot it up, so I'm just gonna speed it up a bit. And we have booted up, so I'm gonna log in. It's the default password and user, admin and iron port. So first thing we're gonna do is configure the interfaces. And currently we just have the management. We're gonna give it an IP address which is corresponding to my topology here, 192.168.12.253. And this is the GMT. Just gonna enable all the services on this interface. We're not gonna be using it, but it's just in case. I'm gonna be using the inside to SSH and FTP to the ESA, but I'll do that afterward. And you always need to commit it, because otherwise it's not going to be active. So we can try and ping now. We're going to ping the switch, and we have connectivity. So let's go ahead and do the other interfaces as well. And this is the data 2 interface. not want to enable any services on that interface. This is purely going to be incoming mail. And we have connectivity. And this is data 1. Oh, I just made a mistake actually, so we're going to do this again. I forgot to give it a, let's see here, was data 1. And the name is right, this one. To put it in, yes. FTP, yes, please. And no cluster, but yes to HTTP, and port number, yes, yes. And all the quarantines will be going from the inside as well. Monitoring. Yes, no. And let's see if we have connectivity as well. And this is actually my ISP router inside, so I have connectivity to the internet. We will need a license file loaded, and the way we're going to do that is, and I'm going to use FileZilla. I got the license file from Cisco a few days ago. It took a while, but it was quite alright. I had a little trouble finding the SKU number because ESA is not in sale anymore, but it's still valid towards the Cisco certification. So this is what I needed. Anyway, I'm gonna SSH to this, or not SSH, but FTP, because we enabled that on the interface, so we have connectivity as well. And I placed the license file here somewhere. This is the one. We need to upload it to configuration. And we do have it here. There it is. Let me see. Let's see what the date is. Time. No. Okay. So the ESA just wants me to change the password before I can do anything else. And we're gonna do that because the iron port is just a real known, and we just want to generate our own password. That's it. So now I have the date. I can see this is today. It's a little off because I don't have NTP set up, and I don't really want NTP, but I'm going to show you later why. But right now I can load the license. And because we FTP'd the license, I'm going to load it from a file. We'll just copy the name here. Of course, we're gonna need to read all the disclaimers and the license, and we need to agree with this. Yeah. All right. And we can see here we do have it for like 90 days. He gave me a little bit more, but I'm just gonna show you a little trick. So let's go ahead and do a web connection. Just remember, you just change the password as well. So let's see what it has here. It doesn't really see anything, it's just a dashboard. What we will need is to do the system setup wizard. Just gonna call it mail at my domain, which is securityshield.dk, and we can send it to root. I do have an SMTP server which I'm gonna be testing this with. It's running on an ESSi Red Hat Linux machine. It's a quite simple SMTP mail programs called postfix, and this will be set up to this mail domain as well. And again, I actually need to change password. Let's see here. So this is basically my internal network gateway. This gateway is routing on my internal networks. So I'm gonna use the internal switch as well. And the internal DNS, that is and here you can see all the interfaces that we did in the in command line interface. We did set it up. I just like to do that way because I know then it will be working. I had a few issues when trying to do it here. They need to be up and running before you can actually run the wizard here to set it up. So what we want to do here is, this is the inside. This is going to be a relay outgoing mails, and this is the IP address of my SMTP server. And the DM set is going to be accepting mail in my domain and with this server as well. This is purely management. So this is just a review. Looks quite good. It's right. We're just gonna install this one. So because we obviously changed the password, we're gonna be logged out again and ask to log in again. So now we do have a system that is up and running, and the way we can test it is actually we can try and telnet to the port 25 on the DMZ interface. And it is actually open, and it did answer my requests. Obviously I just made an error of some kind. Just gonna paste it in here. And I want to send, let's just try and send to a wrong email domain to begin with. And you can see, as my area 51.local is not my SMTP domain, the address is rejected. You remember that I said on the DMZ lake the SMTP domain to security seal.dk, so that is what it's expecting to get. See that one, he knows. So now we're just gonna need to see if it's actually did relay. The mail is gonna be entering here on the DMZ lake, and when it's accepted and it goes through all these filters and reputation and whatever, it will try and relay it to the email server, and it's gonna do it over the bridge here, and outside I do have the SMTP server. The way we can do that is just we can SSH to that server as well. If I remember where it is this one. Yeah, we can actually say I have to a small mail program here, and we can see here that the iron port itself sends a lot of message. It's a warning about some update. I don't know really what that is, but here we do have some test mail, because obviously I did that previously. But let's see here. We can just put in the number 26, and we should be able to see that this was actually the email that I sent. Let's see here. We can see whatever I did as well before. 1. This is also a test mail. And number 4. This is a test mail. In Danish, actually. Let's see here. That's it. So we can see that we do have a connectivity on the ESA to the SMTP server, and we are able to sending an email from outside to the ESA, and it's going to relay it on to the SMTP server. Thank you for watching.